Hi everyone, meteorologist Robert Sped here with you today. It is currently the 9th of April 2014. We are still watching Tropical Storm Peipah out here in the northwestern Pacific. In the southern Pacific, of course, it's Cyclone Ita, but for this update, this is what we're going to be concentrating on. And this storm's impact on the Philippines. And we have been watching it for some time now. And it's been just struggling to survive. That's why I'm only putting out one update a day from my end. Meteorologist Mike Adcock's taking care of the evenings. And this storm system is not that intense. I mean, JTWC even has it as a tropical depression. Peipah also keeping it as a minimum tropical depression. JMA still at 65, gusting up to about 93 kilometers per hour in that intensity. But the winds don't really matter in the storm. It's the rain. And also some of these outer rain bands that are coming ashore. And I mention that because what we have happened quite often with outer rain bands with tropical systems, and why in the States you often see tornado watches put in place when storm systems start to come ashore is because of these rain bands, despite being very weak, they hit these mountains and it causes a little bit of friction and a little bit of rotation in the atmosphere. Also one reason why you see storms weaken out when they come ashore, but it's enough friction and rotation though to possibly spawn up, in some cases, a few water spouts or land spouts. That was the case in Cebu on Tuesday. We saw this right here. We'll go ahead and roll this footage. I do apologize for it being in vertical. But there was damage to about 29 homes. No injuries or deaths reported at this time there in Cebu City. But it definitely goes to show that even these weaker systems could spawn this out. And I still say through the next several days, there is the threat of tornadoes in a few locations here. Basically across southern portions of Visayas and eastern Visayas as the storm system does continue to meander farther and farther off there towards the north. That's not going to be the main threat though, and that'll be isolated at best, and I think this is going to be an isolated incident. The biggest threat is going to be the rainfall. And take a look at the track. Oh, before I get into the track forecast, this is another thing that you want to look at, is how weak this storm system is. Visible satellite imagery, having a hard time spotting where that center of circulation is. It's flipping around. GTWC has relocated it a few times today, and if you compare it up with JMA and GTWC's track, look at 9.1 degrees north for JMA and JTWC at about 8 degrees north. There are about 150 kilometer difference between the center of circulations between these two agencies. That's just one indication of how hard it is to find the center and how weak this storm is. And really, as far as the center, and I know we look at this track and with full-blown systems, that center line is important, but with this storm, the center line, not that important. Where the whole mass of convection is going, that is the important part here. Now, JTBC even expects this to really just remain a tropical depression through the coming days. Take a look at JMA. They expect it to intensify slightly, but they've been saying that for some time now. And Peipah also keeping it as a pretty much a tropical depression as it slowly tracks off there towards the northwest. You can find this track at the front page of the website, by the way. Just please go check that out, and also it shows you what the different agencies are saying here. So let's take a look at what the ECMWF model is saying as far as the accumulated precipitation, where the heaviest rainfall is going to be going ahead in the Saturday and Sunday, because I think that's going to be the major threat right near the coastal areas here. I know we've been kind of pushing it away more and more from the immediate coastline over the last several days. We were first expecting landfall in Mindanao, but what's been happening is that, well, that high pressure ridge off towards the north, since our storm system is just taking its sweet old time, a high pressure ridge has been weakening ever so slightly, and it's allowing her to slowly drift towards the north. Now, this is Friday, going ahead into, I'll go ahead and scroll this down so you can see the date a little bit better there. Going ahead into Saturday, it still lingers right near the immediate coastline, and it's not until, we head out until Sunday when it finally starts to come ashore with some of that heaviest precipitation. So going ahead into the weekend. Until then, we're still going to see those outer rain bands come ashore. There's not going to be a lack of rain showers. It's going to be cloudy out here with afternoon thunderstorms definitely popping up. Now this is on Thursday ahead into Friday. Still looking at gale force winds, mainly due to that interaction with the high towards the north and our low down here towards the south. Those winds just continue to push on shore, and our low continues to spin right there. This is also kicking up waves. I mean, 4 to 5 meter high waves. It's not anything you want to take a boat out. And I feel bad for the fishermen right near the immediate coastline here, because it is going to be rather dangerous through the coming days. And they're definitely going to be suffering, because I don't think that taking any small craft vessel out here off the coast of Mindanao or eastern Visayas is going to be very smart. Farther inland, the seas will be a little bit less rough, but this is just going to linger there. Do I think, I remember last week I was saying evacuation for coastal areas. If you're on the beach, yeah. And even I noticed Bagasa or no Project Noah was saying that some of these areas right near the immediate coastline could see a storm surge, and they put like a whole bunch of locations out, and everybody's been sharing it like a wildfire on our Facebook page. I say that there is the threat of storm surge, but oh, well, look at that. That went ahead and froze up. I say that there is a threat of storm surge, but it's not going to be anything that well, okay, that's fun. I do say that there is the. Thanks for staying with me on that one. I still say that there is a threat of storm surge, but what we are going to be seeing is not that high. It's going to be a small and minuscule storm surge. So if you're right on the immediate coastline, yeah, there's going to be a little bit of water level rise, but it's not going to leave the beach. It's going to be more like high tide. Every tropical system typically has that. So as we go ahead through the coming days, this is via the GFS model. Yeah, areas north of this, we are going to see a little bit of a sea level rise, but I don't see anything, and not anything even on the same, remotely close to the same level as Yolanda. So yeah, we're going to continue to watch this one. The biggest threat is the rainfall that will be coming out of it through the coming days. All right, that is all for right now, everybody. Thanks for dealing with me for just a second ago when I had a little hiccup there and showed you the satellite imagery of Ita, or Ita. We're still going to watch this one. Please do check the website and also the Facebook page for more updates on this tropical system, Domeng/Peipah. Expected to watch this through the weekend. Maybe by early next week, this should weaken out. But the storm system has been throwing us through loops here through the last several days. It's still pretty weak, and when you get a weak cluster of clouds just kind of lingering, it's pretty hard to predict. It's not going to be a damaging storm, but yeah, there is still the risk of flooding and landslides, so I guess on that matter, it's going to be damaging, but not a big wind maker at the very least. All right, that is all for right now. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there, and have a great day.